very briefly say point 1, point 2, point 3, point 5. Not too many. 5 only for you.
Yeah. So, causes of clashes, okay? Our team, number 1 was wife not listening to me. Number 2 was I have the ego, I'm the boss. Not listening to my advice. Not agreeing. Lack of communication. And expectation. And things not happening as per my wishes. So these are all common causes of clashes.
Yeah, cause of clashes for our team was where when my family members doesn't obey my words, when my kids wants more materialistic thing, and when I try to advise them that this is not the right path, then I enter into clashes and become unhappy. Clashes starts when I am not allowed to do what I want to do. Express my anger. I can't express my anger. So at that time, clashes starts. And when my wife tells me that don't talk about third person, just talk about yourself, at that time clashes start. These were the clashes of my team.
School teacher.
Basically, I hear it's almost the same thing when the family members don't listen, and there's a lack of proper communication, and there's and why do I have to change my plans? Why can other people do that? The family members, you have to adjust. So this is like, why do I have to adjust all the time? And even with that, there's a clashes, because something's gonna go wrong. And why do I have to give up? I always give up. That's what I think. And then inner, the clashes with the family, and inside too happens.
Thank you.
Hello everybody. I want to finish my job fast. Multitasking. In 1 hour I can do so many things.
No, just speak out.
Want to wait, I have to wait and wait when we have to go out. I cannot bear anybody in the kitchen when I'm cooking. Not listening, not doing. Kids, parents, in-laws, not listening, not doing. Keep doing, I keep doing, but they don't listen. Then I have to let go. No response, not listening. Nagging, no fault of mine. There are 2 ladies, they don't have clashes. And there is third one also. She doesn't have clashes because all 3 of them, they adjust everywhere all the time. And they avoid clashes.
Thank you. There is something in Gujarati, so I'm always given that apeksha na thai tyare stress thai che. There's always stress. Ego, we have a lot of very high ego. Time no abhav, there's no time. Marathi khotu san nathi thatu. When somebody lies to me, I get upset. I usually get upset because of time management. I always like to be on time. If in my surroundings some people are slow, so I really get upset. Now, I would request Deepak Anandji to address some of them.
The idea is when everything happens as per what was programmed, where will you put the expectation part? So whatever you want, the rule of thumb is you start giving them. You want others to fulfill your desires, then you start living as per their desire. Because life is very simple. You give and you get. This principle never breaks. And it is commendable, few ladies who said that they don't have any classes, it is great. And I would say continue doing that. Don't let that understanding break any time, it is very important. Okay. It is always possible that people will not listen to you. But the principle behind that is when you live your life with that understanding, so it's not like you are just preaching, but you are living those principles. That's how it is going to impact others. Give you the ultimate example of Tirthankar Bhagwan, they don't have to speak anything. You see and everything opens. So this is the ultimate perfection what someone can reach. So there is no point of complaining, nobody is listening to me, because they don't have to say anything. Without saying, people just surrender themselves. It is very common practice that women, they don't want anybody in their kitchen. So other women, when they go to anybody's kitchen, then they have to be very careful. Like you have entered the no man area, so you better respect the honorable queen of that kitchen, and you will not have any problem. That's what she wanted. Nobody in my kitchen.
But she has a problem.
Huh?
But she has a problem.
That's what she said, that don't. So maybe you have to write a note over there.
I will, thank you.
No classes, 1, 2, 3. Okay, next. See, when the family members do not listen to the classes take place with them, an inner struggle. One thing, see, you know we have the lighthouse. It is normally, it is there on islands or it is there on the land. So it is a guard, it is a caution to the sailors that you are now approaching the land and be careful. It cautions us. The lighthouse never catches or holds the captain and stops the ship. In the same way, we have to live in our house, in our family, at home, that you caution people around, because it is your duty as elders, as wise people at home. So when they are not doing, it is not your responsibility. But the way it is needed, you tell them, maybe you shout at them. At times, if they are small, maybe you can beat them a bit till they don't call 911, there is no problem. But if that should never happen. That's what, that caution you have to take. So that's how we are trustee in the house. We are not anybody's owner in the house. When we start owning, we want them to do as per what we say, because everybody is owner of their desire. So we have no right to enforce anything, but we should live our life with that humility with which it will reach the other person. Why do I have to change my plans to adjust with the family? Now, see, one thing is there. When I am alone, I can go out, come anywhere I can go, whatever I will do, there is no problem, nobody is there to question me. But when I am in the family with a group, I have to think about the group. So when everybody's requirements are basically fulfilled, then everybody would agree. And there will always be some percentage of people who may not agree, but then they will have to learn to follow the crowd. So we have to keep in our mind that this is what going to happen. We hope for the best and we try to take care of everyone's requirement. Lack of proper communication. This is very important. So we have to be very clear about when we pass on our message. There cannot be any misunderstanding in our communication. It is very important to have a perfect communication. So if you have communicated correctly, you will never have clashes, differences. Your interaction will be very healthy. Why do I have to give up? See, one thing is there. If you want to be happy,